Hello friends, I have received multiple demands from our colleagues in past few days to discuss the issues under PCPNDT Act where uniformity in implementation is lacking. As we all know, PCPNDT Act has created havoc amongst our fraternity members. The main reason behind this is not the act itself, but the main reason is because there are so many loopholes in the act itself. There are differences of interpretation of the act by different appropriate authorities. Different appropriate authorities implement the act haphazardly. And last but not least, the divergent judgments given by different courts have created fear amongst our fraternity members. So definitely there is a need to discuss all these things. We all know that PCPNDT Act is a central act, and central act is to be implemented all over India in a similar way. But in case of PCPNDT Act, in different states, it is implemented differently by different appropriate authorities. Even in a single state, there is no uniformity amongst the appropriate authorities in different districts. And somewhere, even in a single district, if there are more than one of appropriate authority, they are implementing PCPNDT Act differently. So this is the reason why there is a havoc in the fraternity. One by one, in the series of this uniform implementation of PCPNDT Act, we will discuss all the issues where uniformity is lacking and what should be the exact interpretation by the appropriate authority. We will discuss one by one in this series of our web meetings. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello friends. In the series of uniform implementation of PCPNDT Act, today we will discuss PCPNDT register, which every genetic counseling center, genetic clinic or genetic laboratory or ultrasonographic clinic or imaging center has to create and to maintain as per Rule 9 subsection 1. There are a few things which are very much disturbing. If we go through Rule 9 subsection 1, it mentions that every genetic counseling center, genetic clinic, genetic laboratory, ultrasonographic clinic or imaging center should maintain a register. Now in that register, what should be mentioned? First column should be serial number. Second should be the name of the patient. Third, name of the spouse or father. Fourth, address. Fifth, date of counseling, that means patient when first reported. And sixth is the procedure. So whether you have done any PCPNDT procedure or test or technique, whatever it is. So you are supposed to mention. Suppose you have done USG, so you should mention USG. You have done PGD, then you should mention PGD. So these are the 6-column register. This is a 6-column register. Now, every appropriate authority demands different kinds of column. Previously, as we all know, that there were 19 columns in Form F. So every appropriate authority was demanding to maintain register with 19 columns in that. So although the provision says only 6-column register is to be maintained, but they were demanding that 19-column register should be maintained and all columns of Form F should be similar like that. Now there is a 27-column register, this Form F, after the amendment of Form F. So at many places they are demanding 27-column register. So dear friends, although the act is very much clear that you should maintain register at your clinic, that is a 6-column register, it is clearly mentioned that what should be the 6th column. Even then appropriate authorities are unreasonably demanding to keep PCPNDT register in the format of their own. In Punjab, appropriate authority demands 19 column format, and they provide register from their office only, printed register from their office only, and doctor has to buy that register from the PCPNDT office only. There is no such provisions of keeping 19 column register. So these are unreasonable demand. Second thing, how to maintain register. Now there is no when to put entries in the register. In case of many doctors, many cases are filed against doctor saying that you have not filled your entries in register for last 3 days or 2 days. So the demand is that it should be maintained on day-to-day basis. Now, no such mention is there in the Act. And even in a few decisions, it is mentioned by the courts that as there is no mention that it should be maintained on day-to-day basis, duty of doctor is to complete the register before the date of submission. That means before 5th of next month, he has to complete all the entries. After that, he cannot get the excuse. But there is no need to fill this on day-to-day basis. In many cases, the cases against doctor are filed only depending upon that doctor has not put the entry in register before patient leaves the hospital. Now there is no such provision, and implementation of PCPNDT Act in this harsh manner is absolutely unreasonable. And dear friends, what I am saying again and again, that act itself is not bad, but haphazard implementation, non-uniform implementation of the act, improper interpretation on their own, differently by different appropriate authority, and different kind of interpretation by different courts. So diverse judgment by different courts. These all the things have created fear and havoc in the mind of our fraternity member. And it is my humble request to Government of India that they should collect such points and they should come out with the proper guideline, and they should acknowledge all the appropriate authority to implement this act uniformly all over India, and there should not be any discrepancy, or I can say in interpretation of this act. There is definite need for uniform implementation of PCPNDT Act. Thank you very much.